Hey guys, I'm Mason, and in this video I'm going over my Week 16 NFL game picks, but first a little recap of Week 15. So the Raiders had a blowout win against the Chargers on Thursday night. They won that game 21-63. The Lions had a blowout win against the Broncos. They won that one 17-42. Dolphins shut out the Jets 30-0. The Bills beat the Cowboys 31-10. I was kind of surprised at that. I was curious to see how that game would go. I did not think it would be a blowout. And then the Seahawks upset the Eagles on Monday night 17-20. That was an impressive game. On to Week 16. The Saints at the Rams. The Rams have been playing much better towards the end of the season, and I feel like the Saints have been more mediocre the entire season. So I like the Rams in this one. Final score 20-30. The Bengals at the Steelers. This one is hard to say. I'm pretty sure it'll be a close game. I heard the Steelers might be starting Mason Rudolph at QB. I don't know if that's the right decision or not. I feel like any backup at this point is not going to be that great for them. So I think the Bengals will win this game. They've been playing pretty decent even with Joe Burrow being out. Yeah, I don't know if the Steelers will be able to win this one. Final score 23-20. The Bills at the Chargers. The Bills played really good last week against the Cowboys. The Chargers played really bad against the Raiders. I think the Bills will be able to win this game with relative ease. Final score 31-16. The Seahawks at the Titans. The Seahawks are coming off a big win. I think they'll carry that momentum forward into this game. I don't think the Titans are all that strong of a team, so I'm picking the Seahawks in this one 24-17. The Commanders at the Jets. I think this will be a fairly close game, but it doesn't really matter. Neither of these teams are that great, in my opinion. I don't know. I think the Jets will win this one. I feel like they have the better team. So I'm picking New York 13-19. The Dolphins at the not the Dolphins. What am I saying? The Lions at the Vikings. I see the Lions as the better team in this one. They had a big win against the Broncos last week. The Vikings barely lost to the Bengals last week. But I think the Lions are the better team here. The Vikings aren't doing terrible, but they're not playing as good as the Lions in my opinion. So I'm going with Detroit 28-20. The Browns at the Texans. This should be a fairly close game. The Browns have been very surprising to me anyway this season with all the injuries. The Texans have also been fairly surprising. I feel like they haven't been doing quite as good as the season has went on, especially more recently. But I don't know. I can see this game going either way. The Bears really should have been able to beat the Browns last week. I'm still kind of upset about that game as a Bears fan. Bears had a 10-point lead with like 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Anyway, Browns came back and won that game. But I kind of think the Texans will win this one. Yeah, final score 20-24. The Packers at the Panthers. The Panthers aren't that great of a team. Yeah, they just won last week, but they're still 2-12. Like, they're not doing that great. And the Packers really aren't doing all that bad. Like, they're not doing great by any means, but I feel like they're better than the Panthers. So I'm picking Green Bay 21-17. The Colts at the Falcons. The Colts have been playing decent this season. I feel like they've been playing better than the Falcons. So I think they'll be able to win this one 23-20. The Jaguars at the Buccaneers. This should be a fairly close game. The Jaguars have definitely had their ups and downs this season, but I feel like they'll be able to have a good game against the Buccaneers. I don't feel like the Buccaneers are all that strong of a team. I mean, I don't know. They have an easy division, so they should be able, or a fairly easy division, I should say. So they should be able to win that, but I don't know if they'll be able to win this game against Jacksonville. So I'm picking the Jags 30-23. The Cowboys at the Dolphins. This is one I'm really excited for because both of these teams, it seems to be that when they lose big. But also they've had a few really big wins this season. So I'm really curious to see how this game will go. I hope it's a high score, close game, and that's what I'm predicting it to be. But it could end up being a blowout because that's happened many times to these two teams. So I'm going with Dallas in this one. I feel like they have a better chance at this one than the Dolphins, but I can definitely see it going either way. But I'm going Dallas 31-27. The Cardinals at the Bears. This is another one like the Commanders-Jets game where neither of these two teams are good. It'll probably be a close game, but it's not one that really matters. I really think the Bears can win this one. They've had a few good games. As long as they can, they've been blowing their leads that they've had. So as long as they can hold on to a lead, I think they can win this game. So I'm picking Chicago 20-23. The Patriots at the Broncos. The Broncos really should be able to win this game. The Patriots haven't been doing great this season. Broncos have been doing pretty decent. They've had a few bad games, but for the most part, they've been pretty decent this season. So I think Denver wins this one 17-27. The Raiders at the Chiefs. The Chiefs really haven't been playing all that great this year. I know they're 9-5, but it doesn't seem to be the same Chiefs team that they have been the last few years. And the Raiders, yeah, they had a huge win last week, but I don't know if they'll be able to beat the Chiefs. I feel like the Chiefs are much better than the Chargers, and this will be much more difficult for the Raiders. However, I won't be too shocked if the Raiders win, but I'm going with the Chiefs in this one, 23-30. The Giants at the Eagles. I think the Eagles, I believe, are on a 3-game losing streak, and I think they'll be able to win this game against the Giants. The Giants aren't playing all that great. They lost their game last week to the Saints 6-24. And they're playing a backup quarterback. He's been playing pretty good, but he's still a backup. I think the Eagles are the much stronger team here, and they'll win this one 17-28. Then we have the Ravens at the 49ers. This should be another really close game. Potential Super Bowl preview. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think, but I think this will be a really close game. I really hope it is. I think these are two really good teams, but I kind of like the Ravens in this one. I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but I'm going Baltimore 24-20. For our fan picks, we had one person pick the 49ers and 2 pick the Ravens. So if you want to be part of fan picks, join our Discord server. There's a link for it in the description. Basically, you just send your predictions for the Monday night games, and you're featured in the video. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Good Gamers. Thanks for watching.